Hi, welcome to Another Year Bolder. My name is Jamie. I'm currently on a 100+ pound weight loss journey following the diet-free life method by Robert Ferguson. Today I'm going to show you a couple different things. I did a video with pasture-raised eggs versus non-pasture raised eggs, and please keep in mind this is just my personal opinion on pasture-raised versus non-pasture raised. You feel however you feel, and if the pasture-raised eggs are not available or they get too expensive, I will definitely be eating the non-pasture raised eggs. I'm also going to be doing a seafood gumbo and then a crawfish etouffee as well. And these all are going to be plated and fat burning meals, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. Okay, so I've had family in town all week, and this is the aftermath of me not being able to be home to help my husband with everything. So he doesn't want to be recorded, but he's there. He's doing the dishes like usual. And I'm going to go ahead and make me some breakfast. So the little small light yellow egg on top is from this package right here. And the other two, as you can see, I overly correct that one with the darker yolk and it's more orangey. Those are from the pasture raised eggs that I prefer to eat. And you can tell that the yolk is quite a bit bigger in between these two right here. And they actually taste better. I didn't think that they did until I had to buy this package. And then when I was eating these eggs, it was definitely a difference. So I do prefer my pasture-raised eggs instead. Just thought I'd share that. These are the pasture-raised eggs I prefer. Unfortunately, my store runs out of stock quite often. Still making these eggs over here, but they look good. I made 3 today just because that one right there, it's not as hearty and fulfilling as the other 2 that came from here. So yeah, if you can get these, definitely do it. I highly recommend them. Here they are plated in a fat burning way. So this one right here is pasture raised, this one's pasture raised, and this one is the one that's non-pasture raised. This one is still good. It's just not as good as these two. These two taste a lot better. They feel a lot more fulfilling. They taste heartier, and I just enjoy them more. But I would definitely eat these if I needed to. I'm going to be making some more gumbo today, but this time I'm making seafood gumbo. So I have a seafood and squid medley over here on the right. And then I have some ghost shrimp on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started. This time I'm using 4 cups of water. Last time I used 3. I felt like it needed a little bit more water, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Sorry if you hear my dishwasher. And then I'm going to add these 2 cans of chicken broth to it. And I have an entire pack of the Louisiana Cajun gumbo. I'm going to go ahead, it's the base. I'm going to go ahead and add this. And then all you really do is follow the instructions on the back of the bag. Oh, look, that pretty much filled it up. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a good whisk, get it mixed up, and then I'm going to put it in the pot. All right, I've got it on medium heat. I'm going to wait for it to get to a boil. Then I'm going to add the shrimp and the seafood medley to it. I need to go ahead and cook my rice, so I'll do that now. While the rice is cooking and I'm waiting on the roux to boil, I'm going to go ahead and saute the Trinity mix. And again, the Trinity mix, if you didn't watch the last video, it's onions, bell peppers, and celery. So this is going to be the slow carb for the meal. And then the fast carb is going to be all of the seafood medley and the shrimp. And then the fast carbs are going to be the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and get these finished sauteed and add everything to the roux mix. All right, the roux is boiling now, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the medley and the shrimp in there. So it's just the seafood mussels, if you can see that right there, if I can get there. Seafood mussels. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in. And now I'm going to dump in the Gulf shrimp. All right, I got all of that dumped in. So I'm going to bring it back to a boil again, and then I'm going to simmer it for 15 minutes. But I want to give this a good mix. I want everything in there to be well combined. Okay, I've got it all in there, and I've got it mixed pretty well. Just waiting on it to start bubbling or boiling again. And as soon as the onions, bell peppers, as soon as the onions, bell peppers, and the celery is ready, I'm going to add that too. The Trinity mix is ready. It's all sauteed up, so I'm going to go ahead and dump it in there. Try not to splash me. Try not to splash you. There we go. It still hadn't gotten back up to a boil yet, so I'm going to wait. Once it has, then I can simmer it. It's getting close though. This looks really good and it smells even better than it looks. I cannot wait to dig into this. All right, it is boiling really nicely, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with the lid, and then I'm gonna simmer it for 15 minutes on low. And then I have to make sure I stir it occasionally as well. The gumbo is ready. I'm just waiting on the rice now. I'm just showing you some bits and pieces. I can tell you that I think I should have added probably 2 bags of this medley, but we'll make it work. It smells so good. All right, I'm gonna use 2 medium ice cream scoops. Last time I used 2 large. It was just way too much rice. So I'm gonna do 2 medium, maybe 2.5. Yeah, actually I'm gonna do 1 more. So 3 medium rice scoops, that is more than enough for my portion right there. This is a pretty small bowl, so it might look like it's a lot, but it's not. And then let me go ahead and get the gumbo and get that added. I'm gonna take 2 hearty chunks or hearty spoonfuls of the protein. This really isn't that hearty, but I'm taking 2 to 3 of them. Just want to make sure I have enough protein that I'm eating for today. There we go. That's a good spoonful. I'm gonna get 1 more of just the protein. I did not add any eggs to this one this time. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit more juice. Want to make sure I have plenty of juice to cover my rice. This is really hot. Set it down for a second because my fingers are burning. Okay. All right, so I think this is perfect. Let me go ahead and show you what I have. There we go. This is perfect. I'm going to give it a good mix and I'm going to go ahead and eat it. It looks delicious. It smells delicious, and I know it's going to be delicious. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I'm going to taste it. I'll let you know what I think. I just got to mix it up a little bit. And then I got to get it a little bit cool. I want to make sure I get a mussel and a shrimp in here. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. I did not cool it down enough. I definitely burnt my tongue, which is why I couldn't speak. But this is very good. I feel like it needs a little bit more salt. Not much, just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit more salt to it. And then I'm going to chow down. Today I'm going to be making some crawfish etouffee. And you can see I have Louisiana's Cajun etouffee base here. I have 2 packages of it. I'm only going to use 1. It does call for 1 pound of crawfish tails, but I'm going to use 2 pounds, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. And it calls for 5 tablespoons of butter, but I think I'm going to either use the whole stick or at least 7 to 8 maybe tablespoons. So I'm not going to follow it exactly. And then I have rice cooking in the rice cooker right there. I'll let you know if my changes are a hit or a miss when it's over, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. So I did make the executive decision. I'm going to go with the whole stick of butter. So I'm just going to put that in there, melt it. It's just going to amplify it that much more. I did end up breaking the butter down into 4 equal parts because I wanted to melt a little bit faster. So what I need to do is get this all melted. I'm going to add the Cajun base, and then I'm going to stir it in the saucepan until it turns to a medium brown. The butter is nice and melted, so I'm going to go ahead and stir in the etouffee base. And I just have to stir this on medium until it's brown. I'm sorry, low until it's brown, not medium. So I'm going to give this a good stir, and I'm just going to keep stirring it. And then I'll show you once it's all brown. I mean, this looks pretty medium brown to me. Let me see if I can get some of this off the sides. I'm going to go ahead and add the crawfish tails in now. And I'm going to keep the juice in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and add these. Try to get all that juice out the package if I can. Then I'm going to add the second package. I want my etouffee loaded with crawfish. I'm not skimping out on that. Here we go. Okay, so now I have to bring all of this to a boil and then put it back on low heat and let it simmer for 15 minutes. So I'm going to get this all mixed in really well. Turn that heat up. And then I'll simmer it. So I feel like the base is just a little bit too dry, probably because I used too much crawfish. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. Get that stirred in nice. As you can see, it's already boiling. So I need to get it simmered, but I want to get this water mixed in first. There we go. This looks much better, but I am going to add some parsley. And I think I'm going to add some chives too. I'm going to get this parsley really well combined in there. And then I'm going to add the chives. My husband and I love chives and parsley. And almost everything. I do need to get this simmering because you can see it's boiling. I'm going to get the chives out of it. Give this a good stir. There we go. All right, I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm lowering the heat. Got to simmer it for 15 minutes. This is looking and smelling really good. If it helps, I have a 16.9 ounce bottle of water and I added a little bit more than half of it to this because I don't know why it didn't call for water, but it didn't. I double checked it and it was just too dry. Definitely needed some liquid, but this is perfect. This is looking really good. It still has about 5 minutes left to simmer. And my rice isn't done yet, so by the time that this is done, it should be done. I did taste it. I added some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of 20 sachet. Also still felt it was too thick, so I added the rest of the water, and then I thinned it out too much. So I just added a little bit of flour. I think that this packet is going to be really good, but it's going to be trial and error. You're going to have to see what you like and what you don't like. I do like my etouffee to have quite a bit of juice in it because I really want to get that rice soaked. So I'm really good where it is right now. I did do another taste test since adding the salt, pepper, and 20 sachets, and it is really good. Cannot wait to cover this over rice and eat it. The rice is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and take my medium, you can see it, cookie scoop, and I'm gonna pull some rice out in here. I'm gonna do about 2.5 of these medium scoops. That should be a really good portion for me. I might do 3. I'm going to do 3 because it's not as much as I thought it would be. Okay, so I have 3 scoops of rice. Now I got to go get the etouffee and add that over it. Okay, this looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and put some crawfish on top of my rice. I'm going to give this a really good stir. Get it all mixed in there. Then I'll show you what it looks like all plated. I want to try to get just a little bit more juice, not quite so much crawfish. There we go. Cannot wait to eat this. This is it plated. So the crawfish is going to be the protein. There are chives in there. There's onions in there. There's some bell peppers in there. That's going to all be the slow carb. And then the rice is the fast carb. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix. And just kind of show you what it looks like mixed up. This looks so good and I cannot wait to eat it. I have not had etouffee in such a long time. All right, I'm gonna let it cool off. I'll take a bite and I'll let you know what I think. Don't mind me, my face is red. I got out of the bathtub and then I went straight to cooking this and my face gets red once I get out the shower or whatever. Anyway, I did go ahead and try this, but I'll taste it again in front of you. Just gotta let it cool down a little bit because it's hot. There you go. Can you see it? It's really good. I want it too. This is definitely good. I think when I added the whole bottle of water and then added the flour, I should not have added the flour because I think it should have been just a little bit more juicy. And that was my fault because I added the flour. I thought I made it too watery, but I did not. It is delicious irregardless. So this is definitely, like I said earlier, trial and error. You're gonna have to see what works for you and what doesn't. I wish I would have added the water and not added the flour to make it a little bit thicker because that would have made it a little bit more juicy, which I feel would have been better. But everybody likes their etouffee, however they like it. I think that little mix is very good. It's a good way to make this. It's delicious. So give it a try if you want. If you stayed to the end, thank you for watching this video. And please, if you like the channel, go ahead and click the thumbs up button, subscribe, and click that notification bell to be notified when I post new content.